Hi, and welcome to the question 8 of the 2020 paper 2 Leaving Cert Ordinary Level. As always, if you want to copy the notes I'm working off, just send me an email at shanetry@gmail.com and click to subscribe to get access to more playlists. So we'll get stuck in. Okay, so this is part A. It looks like a statistics question. And it says the table below shows data measured in kilotons on how municipal waste, that just means trash, whatever, garbage, was dealt with in Ireland from 2005 to 2011. So it's got all the different years up. Okay, so it's cool. It's got the total waste collected, which should be bigger than the waste sent to landfill. So not all the waste is landfilled. The difference must be recycled. Then part one says find the difference between the percentage of the waste collected which was sent to landfill in 2005. Okay, so the difference is subtraction between percentage of the waste collected which was sent to landfill in 2005. So straight away, these two figures here, okay, are from 2005. So let's write them down. Okay, that's the total waste, and then 183333, excuse me writing, is the landfill. Okay. Now, then the percentage of waste sent to landfill in 2011 is the other half of that sentence. So that's this information. So 2011, and the total is 2547, and then the landfill amount is 1344. Now it's worth reading these questions multiple times. The mistake I always make in questions like this is I half read it and I don't really pay attention and I mess up. And I might do a perfectly good calculation for what I think is what's being asked for. Unfortunately, that's not what's being asked for. Okay. The final thing is give your answer to one decimal place. So I'll go to the answer on the next page because it's just prettier. So that's my figures for 2005. Now they say they want the percentage of waste collected as a percentage of total. Okay. So that's the 1833. Okay, is the landfill over the total of 2799. Now they want percentage. Okay, they say that. So whatever you get here, if you multiply it by 100, you're going to get the low partial by showing you get the percentage. I put that to my calculator. I got 65.9589. I'm going to leave it to 4 decimal places. I don't want to round too early. Then the next one, 2011, same thing. Okay, I'm getting the 1344 amount divided by the total. Okay, I'm multiplying that by 100. That comes out with this figure. Now it says the difference between, so I subtract them. Now I need a difference. Okay, so the positive number, I got 13.191, which when I rounded to the nearest decimal place, this is the number that matters. Next number goes up by 1. And I got 13.2, and the units for kilotons. So it's a grand question once you get over the language in here. And the language in here, look, it could be challenging. Now, part 2, find the mean amount of waste collected each year from 2005 to 2011. So the formula for the mean, okay, is equal to, there's different formulas, but of the simple mean, add all your data. So that's simple there, sigma means the sum of. Add all your data divided by the number of data points. Okay, so really, in a sense, all I have to do, and I'll go to the next page, is add up all my pieces of data. Now, if you can see them down there, okay, that's the total of all the waste collected. So just adding the 2005 figure, 2006 figure, etc., 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 etc. There are 7 pieces of data. Still that bottom half. Throw it through my calculator, I get this answer. And it says round to 1 decimal place, so the 5 is what matters. 5 or greater, the next number rounds up by 1, and that's where I got my final figure. Now you can use the calculator for putting this kind of stuff in, but look, sometimes it's just as handy to do it this way. And does my figure make sense? Like, you look at your data and you go between, what's the lowest? Between 2547 and maybe 3175 is the highest. My figure is halfway between. It's kind of, it makes legitimate sense. If this was like 7,000, I'd be like, how could it be 7,000 when there's no figure that high? That's it. Okay. So the next question there, part 3, says the mean amount of waste sent to landfill. So you're looking at the second column there. Okay. In the 4 years from 2009 to 2012 was this. Now, if you know these kind of questions, they're asking you to find the mean again, but okay, they're not giving you one of the values, but they are giving you the answer. So you still only have one unknown. It's just it's not in an easy format. So if I add up all the waste sent to landfill from 2009 to 2015, okay, now I may have actually done this wrong. Have I done this wrong? 1, 2, 3. I think I have. Somehow that skipped through. Look, I'll go with it for now. I'll be able to fix it later on. But if I'm reading it now right, from 2009 to 2012, so from here onwards, okay, so that should be 1724. 1724 plus, if I go back, 1496 plus 1344. Okay. Now I've got different values there. And then this should be added there, plus the missing value, all the way before gives this. In fact, the answer I get here of 1028, I should have copied. Okay. I've done that wrong. So look, basically it should be, now if I go backwards, okay, so 1724, okay, so 1724 plus 1496 plus 1344 plus some value, okay, all divided by 4 gives you a mean of 1398. Now, from a mathematical point of view, I can multiply the 4 across now, okay, and you end up with these 3 figures, okay, so 1724 plus 1496 plus 1344 plus x equals 4 times 138. Sorry, 1398. Now, I can bring all these 3 figures across. Now, if I want to do it this complicated way, now I might just go up here on top. So x is equal to 4 times 1398. Now, from that, I'm going to take away the 1724, take away the 1496, take away the 1344. Now, if I bring up my calculator, okay, and I just want to tap in those numbers. Now, I probably could have been simpler. Well, not probably, I could have been simpler and just add those figures and then move them across. But in one sense, I'm trying to just get across that you can move things around the way they are. And in a sense, you're keeping it simple until right at the end when the calculation gets more complicated. But then again, we have a calculator, so how complicated can it be? Plug the numbers in just as they are. I get an answer of 1028. Okay. Now, that's actually the answer I have on the next page. I must have just checked it against the marking scheme and just not bothered doing the calculation. But hopefully you see that I've used the wrong figure. Okay, so I'll fix that in the notes. And if you want to copy the set notes I'm working off with the fixed thing, send me an email at shanetry@gmail.com. Now, I hope that figure isn't needed in the next questions, but it might be, but I can't remember if it is or not. Big, huge, massive table. Let's see what it means. It's the table below shows the percentages of all the different types of energy sources used in each of the 13 European countries during 2014. You see that Austria has 25% from renewables, 31% from oil, 8 from solid fuel, 17 from gas, 13 from electricity, and other sources 6. So each country will have its own. There's a missing figure there for Denmark, okay, but every other piece of data seems to be there. And it just says 13 different countries. Ireland is there in the middle with our paltry 6% from renewables. Although this is 2014, so I hope that figure is grown. And part 1 here says, what percentage of the energy used in Denmark in 2014 was renewable? Now, all I know is that, look, 100% equals the total. If I take away 31, take away 11, take away 13, okay, if you see what I'm doing, take away 12, and then take away the 13, that'll give me the missing value. Okay, now I have it done on the next page, and that there is 20%. Okay, so all those numbers there should add to give 100. Now, part 2 then says name the 4 countries that used a lower percentage of renewable energy than Ireland. Okay, now let's see so we used 6%. Okay, who was lower than that? Okay, well, look, Cyprus is there, and lower than 5. Luxembourg is there, Malta is there, Netherlands is there. Very easy to miss something, so just be careful. Okay, and I've written those 4 countries down for the answer. Part 3 then says name a country which did not use gas as a fuel source. Okay, well, if I see the column on gas, they'll have 0%. So look, Cyprus. Okay, and is that Malta? Okay, everybody else did. So Cyprus or Malta. That's fairly handy. Okay, and I just need to note that a 5A scale, you won't know if this is happening to you in the exam. It's either right or wrong. If you'd said Cyprus but missed Malta, no marks. Okay, it's a pretty extreme mark scheme. I don't really like it, although it is easy to mark. Now the last part here is obviously a pie chart. Okay, again, lots of words going on, and they do give you the different percentages of Ireland's energy usage in 2014, and they say all that. Okay, so the table below shows the percentage of the different types of energy that were used in Ireland during 2014. So stating what's happening. It also shows one of the angles in a pie chart to represent this data. The angle for renewable energy, 6%, is 22 degrees. So the full circle has 360. So you could write that down. Okay, so 360 degrees equals full circle. We already have the first slice, which is 22%. Now, there are calculations, okay? We know that the percentage there is 42 over 100 is the percentage for oil. You multiply that by 360 degrees. I have it done here. I got 151.2. Now, I should have read the rest of the question. It says round to your nearest degree. That's 151. Okay. If I do the same thing for the rest, so solid fuel is 13 over 100 by 360. That gives me 46.8 to the calculator, which I round up to 47. Then gas is 24 of the 100%. That's around a quarter. Multiply that by 360. Okay, and that's equal to 86.4 degrees. Now round that up, rounds down to 86. Now the last one, you can just take them away if you want, or use the same, I suppose, criteria. 15 divided by 100 by 360, that gave me directly 54. Now, part 5 here says, complete the pie chart below to show the energy types used in Ireland in 2014 and label each section clearly. So make sure you do label them. I've seen that being really penalized. And if I have 20% there, I get my protractor, okay, and I put the point here, I measure from 0 all the way down, or try around to 151. Put a mark here and draw that a line through to the middle. I could label that if I wanted. Okay, it's 151. It doesn't say label with angle though. It just says clearly label each section. So the name of it should be enough. You do the same thing. Okay, line your protractor up. Okay, put the center piece. Measure, what's that, 47 degrees. Okay, and that draw that. Then same thing for 86, and then you're left with 54. That's it. So it's hard to help you draw a pie chart. Even if you have these calculations done and you just crudely represent them, it should get you something. Can't guarantee how many marks without looking at the scheme. Anyway, that's the end of question 8 of the 2020 Leaving Cert Ordinary Level Maths, paper 2. If you want to copy the notes I'm working off, please give me an email at shanetroy@gmail.com. If you click and subscribe, you'll get access to more playlists. Thanks for watching.